You want to know how to never get angry again, how to look at someone actively trying to destroy your peace and feel absolutely nothing. Most people will tell you anger is natural. They will tell you to control it, to count to 10, to take a deep breath. That advice is weak. And more importantly, it's useless. Because anger is not just an emotion. In the world of power, anger is exposure. It reveals your pressure points. It exposes your insecurities. It shows people exactly where to attack you. And once someone sees that you are no longer in control, you are being controlled. This is what Greene teaches, but most people miss. The moment you react emotionally, you surrender power completely. Because now your opponent doesn't need strength to defeat you. They just need to press the right button, and you will destroy yourself for them. Think about it. Every time you get angry, your heart rate spikes. Your breathing changes. Your thinking collapses. You stop being strategic, and you start being predictable. That's the real danger, not anger itself. But what anger turns you into: predictable, readable, controllable, and in any environment where power exists, the predictable man is the weakest man in the room. Let me show you something most people never realize. An insult is not an attack. It is a test, a calculated move, a probe. Someone throws a word at you, not to hurt you, but to measure you, to see can you be moved. Because if you can be moved, you can be manipulated. This is why the most dangerous people don't react. They observe. They let others reveal themselves. While they remain still, history is full of men who understood this. Men who refused to be dragged into emotional chaos, because they knew once you step into the fight emotionally, you've already lost strategically. Here's the truth you don't want to hear. When someone insults you, they are not lowering your status. You are lowering it yourself by reacting, by engaging, by proving that their words matter. And this is where most people fail. They believe anger is strength. They believe reacting shows dominance. They believe "don't mess with me" energy makes them powerful. It doesn't. It makes them easy. Easy to trigger, easy to predict, easy to control. Now ask yourself something and answer honestly. How many people in your life already know how to trigger you? How many know exactly what to say to make you lose control? Think about that, because every single one of those people has power over you. And here's the part that should disturb you. They don't even need to be smarter than you. They don't need to be stronger than you. They don't need status, money, or influence. All they need is your reaction. So the real question is not, how do I control my anger? The real question is, why are you so easy to control in the first place? Because once you understand that, everything changes. In the next part, we're going to break down the first layer of this system, why your anger is not caused by others, but by something much deeper, something inside you that is fragile, exposed, and constantly seeking validation. And until you fix that, you will always be one sentence away from losing control. Why do you actually get angry? Not the surface answer. Not because they disrespected me. That's what your ego tells you. But in the world of power, surface answers are lies. You don't get angry because someone crossed a line. You get angry because something inside you is fragile. Something inside you is unsure. Something inside you is dependent on validation. And the moment someone challenges it, you react. This is the first principle Greene would force you to accept. People don't control you. Your insecurities do. Look closely at the mechanics of a trigger. Someone says something negative about you. Immediately you feel heat in your chest. Your mind starts racing. You want to respond, defend, attack, prove them wrong. But why? Why does their opinion matter so much? Because on some level you're not certain of your own identity. You haven't fully defined who you are. So when someone challenges you, it creates instability. And instability creates emotion. Strong individuals don't react like this. Not because they are emotionless, but because they are certain. They don't need external agreement to confirm internal truth. Let's make this brutally clear. If someone calls you incompetent, and you know without a doubt that you are skilled, you don't react. You observe. You might even feel amused. But if someone calls you incompetent, and a small part of you believes it might be true, that's when anger explodes. Because now they didn't attack you. They exposed you. And exposure is what the ego fears most. So what do most people do? They defend. They argue. They raise their voice. They try to overpower the situation emotionally. But in reality, they are doing something much worse. They are confirming the weakness. Because the moment you react emotionally, you are admitting, this affects me. This matters to me. This has power over me, and in any power dynamic, that is a loss. Let me show you how dangerous this is. Once someone identifies your trigger, they don't need intelligence anymore. They don't need strategy. They just repeat the pattern again and again and again until you break. This is how manipulation works. Not through force, but through emotional predictability. Now ask yourself, what kind of person reacts the fastest? The one with control or the one with insecurity? Exactly. And this is why emotional people are easy to control. Not because they are weak in general, but because they are transparent. Their reactions reveal everything. A calm man is unreadable. An emotional man is exposed. This is why in every environment, business, relationships, social circles, the one who stays composed holds power, because they are not playing the same game. They are not reacting, they are studying. And once you stop reacting, something strange happens. You start seeing patterns. You start noticing how predictable people are, how they repeat behaviors, how they try the same emotional tactics on everyone. And suddenly, you are no longer inside the game. You are above it. But there is a problem, a major one. Even if you understand this intellectually, your body still reacts. Your emotions still spike. Your instincts still push you to respond. So knowledge alone is not enough. You need a system, a mechanism, a way to interrupt the reaction before it controls you. Because if you don't, you will keep repeating the same cycle. Trigger, reaction, regret, again and again and again. Now answer this and be honest. What is the one thing people say that instantly changes your mood? That's your weakness. That's your entry point. That's where you're being controlled. In the next part, we're going to break that mechanism completely. I'll show you how to create distance between stimulus and reaction. So no matter what happens, you stay in control. Because once you master that, you become extremely difficult to manipulate. There is a moment, so small most people never notice it, but it decides everything. The moment between what happens to you and how you respond. This is where power exists, not in what people say, not in what they do, but in that microscopic gap where you choose your reaction. Most people don't have this gap. For them, it doesn't exist. Something happens, and they instantly react. Anger, defensiveness, emotion. It's automatic, are mechanical, predictable. And this is exactly why they're easy to control. Because if there is no gap, there is no control. This is one of the core realities behind power that aligns directly with how Robert Greene views human behavior. The person who controls their reactions controls the situation. Let's break it down. Someone disrespects you. That's the stimulus. Now in that exact moment, two paths appear. Path one, you react instantly. You defend yourself. You raise your voice. You try to prove your point. This feels powerful. But it's not, because now you are inside their frame. You are playing their game. You are reacting to their move, which means they are leading and you are following. Path two, you pause. You observe. You don't rush to respond. Now something changes. Completely, you are no longer inside the situation. You are outside it, watching it, analyzing it. And the moment you shift into observation, you gain control, because now you can choose. Not react. This is what separates average people from dangerous ones. Dangerous people don't rush. They don't get pulled into emotional chaos. They create distance, and distance creates clarity. Think about it like this. When a doctor sees a patient screaming in pain, he doesn't panic. He doesn't take it personally. He studies the symptom. Now apply that to real life. When someone attacks you, they are not attacking from strength. They are expressing something. Frustration, insecurity, jealousy, lack of control. So instead of reacting, you observe, like a scientist, and suddenly the situation changes. You're no longer the target. You're the analyst. This is where most people fail. Because pausing feels unnatural. It feels weak. It feels like you're letting it slide. But in reality, you're doing something far more powerful. You're refusing to be controlled. Let me ask you something, and think carefully. When was the last time you paused instead of reacting? Not suppressed, not avoided, paused, observed, chose your response. If you can't remember, that means you've been living on autopilot. And autopilot people are the easiest to manipulate. Now here's where it gets deeper. The gap is not just about control, it's about perception. When you pause, you start seeing things others miss: tone, body language, intentions, patterns. You start realizing. Most people are not even aware of what they're doing. They are just reacting themselves, projecting, repeating behaviors, running unconscious scripts. And once you see that, you stop taking things personally. Because now you understand it's not about you. It was never about you. It's about them, their state, their limitations, their internal chaos. And this realization kills anger at its root. Because you cannot be emotionally affected by something you fully understand. But there's still one problem, a critical one. Even if your mind is calm, your body isn't. Your heart still races. Your chest still tightens. Your adrenaline still spikes. And if you don't control that, it will drag you back into reaction, no matter how aware you are. So in the next part, we go deeper, beyond mindset, into physiology. I'll show you how to control your body in real time. So even under pressure, you remain completely still. Because when your body is calm, your mind becomes untouchable. Now answer this: when pressure hits, do you control your reaction? Or does your reaction control you? That answer determines everything. You can understand everything I've said so far and still fail. Because awareness is not enough. You can know you shouldn't react. You can tell yourself to stay calm. You can try to pause. But when the moment hits, your body takes over. Your heart rate spikes. Your breathing gets shallow. Your muscles tense. Your voice changes. And just like that, you're no longer in control. Because anger is not just psychological. It's biological. This is where most people lose the battle. Not in their thoughts, but in their nervous system.
And here's the truth most people never learn: if you can't control your body, you can't control your behavior. This is why Robert Greene emphasizes something indirectly through all his work. The most powerful individuals are not the most emotional. They are the most regulated, because they understand something critical. Your body is always trying to protect you, but it doesn't understand context. To your nervous system, an insult feels like a threat. Disrespect feels like danger. So it activates survival mode: fight, flight, reaction. But here's the problem. You are not in danger. You are not being attacked physically. You are not fighting for survival. But your body thinks you are. And if you don't interrupt that process, it will hijack you every single time. So instead of trying to stay calm, you need to override the system. This is where real control begins. The moment you feel that surge, that heat in your chest, that urge to react. You don't think. You act on your physiology. You slow everything down. Your breathing, your movement, your expression. Because when you slow your body, you slow your mind. There is a reason predators move slowly. In nature, the one who panics is prey. The one who stays still is in control. So when someone is trying to provoke you, watch what happens. They get louder, faster, more emotional, more reactive. And if you mirror them, you lose. But if you do the opposite, everything shifts. You breathe slower. You blink less. You speak less. You move less. Now you are not part of the chaos. You are above it. And this creates psychological pressure because humans expect reaction. They rely on it. They feed off it. When it doesn't come, they destabilize. They push harder. They try more. They escalate, but you don't move. And suddenly, they are the ones losing control. This is power, silent, invisible, unshakable. Let me ask you something. Be honest. When someone raises their voice at you, do you rise with them or do you slow down? That answer tells you everything about your current level of control. Because the strongest position in any interaction is this: you are calm, while the other person is emotional. That's when the power dynamic flips. You're no longer reacting, you're regulating. And once you master this, something interesting happens. People stop trying to provoke you, not because they respect you, but because it doesn't work anymore. And humans don't repeat strategies that fail. But now we go even deeper. Because even if you control your mind, Even if you control your body, there's still one hidden layer left. A layer most people never understand. Why people attack in the first place. Because once you understand that, you don't just control your reaction, you eliminate the emotional impact completely. In the next part, we break down the hidden economy behind every insult, every provocation, every attack. Because nothing is random.
Everything is a transaction. Now think carefully when someone provokes you. Are they trying to hurt you? Or are they trying to get something from you? That answer will change how you see people forever. Let's strip away the illusion. Human interaction is not emotional. It's economic. Every single interaction you have is a transaction and the currency. Your attention, your focus, your emotional control, that is your wealth. Most people think anger is just a reaction. No, anger is a payment. And every time you get triggered, you are paying someone. Think about it. Someone disrespects you, drops a sarcastic comment, makes a passive-aggressive remark, questions your value, and what do? You react. You argue. You defend. You explain. You try to prove something. And in that moment, you just opened your vault and handed them your gold. Mini pattern interrupt. Question right now. How many people in your life are living off your reactions? You need to understand something brutally clear. Most people are emotionally bankrupt. They have no discipline, no control, no internal stability, so they survive by feeding off others. Robert Greene makes this pattern obvious in power dynamics. Weak people don't build power. They extract it, and the easiest way to extract power from you, trigger you. Because when you are emotional, you are controllable. Let me show you the deeper game. When someone provokes you, they are not expressing themselves. They are testing your price. How easy is this person to control? How cheap is his attention? How fast can I destabilize him? And your reaction? That's your answer. If you react instantly, you're cheap. If you explode, you're predictable. If you lose control, you're owned. And once someone knows your trigger, they don't need strength to beat you. Just repetition. This is why most people stay stuck. Not because they lack skill, but because they are constantly being drained, emotionally, mentally, strategically. Now look at power differently. A powerful man is not the one who dominates conversations, not the one who shouts louder, not the one who reacts faster. A powerful man is the one who cannot be emotionally purchased. Let me give you a historical perspective. Julius Caesar understood this at a level most people never will. When he was captured by pirates, he didn't panic. He didn't rage. He didn't beg. He laughed. He treated the situation like a negotiation, like a transaction. He didn't give them fear. He didn't give them emotion. He gave them control. And that's why, even as a hostage, he was still the most powerful man in the room. Because power is not about position. It's about emotional independence. Now bring this back to your life. Every day, people try to bait you at work, at home, online, and most of the time it's not even intentional. It's unconscious, but the effect is the same. They pull you into their chaos, and if you step in, you lose, even if you win the argument, because you paid with something more valuable than being right. You paid with your state. So here's the shift. Stop seeing people as emotional beings. Start seeing them as investments. Ask yourself, is this interaction worth my energy? Will this matter in 24 hours? Does this person deserve access to my focus? If the answer is no, you don't react. You don't engage. You don't respond. You ignore, cold, clean, complete. And here's where most people fail. They think ignoring is weakness. It's not. Ignoring is selective investment. It means I choose where my energy goes. I decide what matters. I control my internal economy. And once you reach this level, something changes. People stop testing you. Not because they respect you, but because they can't read you. And what can't be read can't be controlled. But there's one more layer to this, and it's darker, because sometimes people don't just provoke you to get a reaction. They provoke you to transfer something into you, something toxic, something heavy, something that doesn't belong to you. And in the next part, I'm going to show you how people psychologically infect you without you realizing it, and why your anger is sometimes not even yours. Now we go deeper, because what you think is anger is not always yours. Sometimes it's transferred. Let me explain something most people will never understand. When someone attacks you, they are not always trying to hurt you. They are trying to unload themselves. Robert Greene talks about this indirectly through human behavior patterns. People reveal themselves more than they realize. And in moments of emotional intensity, they don't express truth. They leak it. What leaks out? Their insecurity, their frustration, their internal chaos. And if you're not careful, you absorb it. There is a concept in psychology, not just projection, but something more dangerous. A psychological handoff. A person feels weak, so they try to make you feel weak. A person feels disrespected, so they try to disrespect you. A person feels out of control, so they try to destabilize you. Why? Because if they can make you feel what they feel, for a moment they are relieved. Mini pattern interrupt. Question. Have you ever walked into a conversation calm and walked out angry without knowing why? That's not random, that's transfer. And the moment you react, the transfer is complete. You are now carrying something that was never yours. Think about how dangerous that is. Someone unstable, someone undisciplined, someone emotionally weak can walk into your life for 2 minutes and alter your entire state. Your focus drops, your mood shifts, your energy collapses, and suddenly you are not operating at your level anymore. You are operating at theirs. That is not just weakness, that is contamination. Most people live like this daily, absorbing moods, absorbing negativity, absorbing pressure. And they think, this is just life. No, this is poor psychological defense. A high-level individual understands something different. Not every emotion deserves to be felt. Some emotions must be rejected immediately. So how do you stop the transfer? You don't defend. You don't argue. You don't explain. You shift your perception. Instead of seeing the person as a threat, you see them as a carrier, not powerful, not dangerous, infected. And once you see that, everything changes. You don't get angry at infected people. You don't fight them. You don't take them seriously. You observe them, cold, detached, analytical. Look at their behavior. Why are they raising their voice? Why are they pushing so hard? Why are they trying to provoke something? Because internally they are collapsing. And this is where most people make a mistake. They use empathy. They try to understand the person emotionally. That's dangerous, because empathy makes you feel their state. And the moment you feel it, you're pulled into it. Instead, use distance. Not emotional connection, but clinical observation. The way a scientist studies a reaction, you don't feel it. You analyze it. You don't absorb it. You label it. This is insecurity. This is frustration. This is a lack of control. And once you label it, it loses its power, because now it's not inside you. It's in front of you. And that separation, that's control. This is what most people never develop. Psychological immunity. They build physical strength. They build skills. They build income, but they never build resistance to people. So they stay vulnerable. One comment ruins their mood. One insult ruins their focus. One interaction ruins their day. That's not normal. That's weakness, because a strong mind does not absorb chaos. It filters it. Now here's the real shift. When someone attacks you, don't ask, how do I respond? Ask, what are they trying to give me? And then decide, do I accept it? Because every reaction is acceptance. Silence, rejection. Control, rejection. Detachment, rejection. And when you reject consistently, people stop trying, because they realize there is no entry point. But sometimes you can't just stay silent. Sometimes you are forced to respond. And in those moments, most people either explode or defend themselves. Both are mistakes, because both give power away. So in the next part, I'm going to show you how to respond without losing control, how to flip attacks instantly, and how to make people regret provoking you without raising your voice. No emotion, no anger, just precision. Now we enter the most dangerous phase, because silence alone is not always enough. There will be moments where you are forced to respond, face to face, direct pressure, no escape, and this is where most people collapse. They do one of two things: they explode or they defend. Both are failures. Exploding makes you emotional, defending makes you submissive, and both signal the same thing: you got to me. Robert Greene makes this brutally clear. The moment you react emotionally, you lose control of the frame, and whoever controls the frame controls the outcome. So the question is, how do you respond without losing power? You don't resist, you redirect. This is what I call psychological judo. Instead of blocking the attack, you use its momentum. Because every insult, every accusation, every provocation is built on expectation. They expect resistance, they expect denial, they expect emotion. So when you remove that, their entire strategy collapses. Mini pattern interrupt. Question: what happens when someone attacks you and you give them exactly what they didn't prepare for? Confusion, and confusion is power. Let's break this down. Someone says you're arrogant. You only care about yourself. Average response? That's not true. I help people all the time. You just lost. Because now you're defending, explaining, trying to justify yourself. You accepted their frame. Now watch the shift. You look them in the eye, calm, slow, unbothered, and you say, you're right. I prioritize my life heavily. What exactly is the problem? Silence. They weren't ready for that because you didn't resist. You absorbed and redirected. Now they have nothing to push against. Another example, you think you're better than everyone. Response: I hold myself to a higher standard than most people. Yes. No apology. No tension. No emotion. Just ownership. This is where power flips, because you just removed the weapon. You took their accusation and stripped it of its emotional charge. Now understand this deeply. You cannot be manipulated if you are not hiding. Most people get triggered because they are protecting an image, a fragile identity. I'm a good person. I'm not selfish. I'm not arrogant. So when someone attacks that image, they panic. But when you stop protecting the image, there's nothing to attack. You become unshakable because you are not trying to appear perfect. You are grounded in reality. This is what makes this method so powerful. You're not just responding differently, you're thinking differently. You're no longer trying to win the argument. You're controlling the dynamic. And once you control the dynamic, the outcome becomes irrelevant. Now here's the advanced layer. Your delivery matters more than your words. If your voice is shaky, you lose. If your tone is defensive, you lose. If your body reacts, you lose. So your goal is simple: become still. Slow your breathing, relax your face. Hold eye contact without aggression. You are not fighting, you are observing. You are not reacting, you are directing. And this creates something very rare: psychological pressure. Because now they feel exposed. They expected chaos, they got control. And control is intimidating. But here's the truth: most people won't accept. This only works if your ego is under control. Because if your ego is still active, you will feel the urge to prove something, to win, to dominate, and that urge will betray you. So before you try to master others, you must eliminate something inside yourself. The need to be seen a certain way, the need to be right, the need to be respected by everyone. Because as long as you need those, you are controllable. And in the final part, we go to the root of everything. The real reason you get angry, and the one thing you must destroy. If you want to become completely untouchable, not controlled, not triggered, not affected, now we reach the core, the real problem. Not people, not disrespect, not the world, you, more specifically, your ego. Everything we've talked about, triggers, reactions, provocation, control, all of it connects to one thing: the image you are trying to protect. Robert Greene exposes this clearly. The ego is the biggest obstacle to power because it makes you emotional, and emotional people are controllable. Let's be honest. Why do you actually get angry? Not because someone spoke, not because someone acted, but because something inside you felt attacked. Your status, your identity, your self-image. I'm not that kind of person. I deserve respect. They shouldn't talk to me like that. Look at those statements carefully. They are not facts, they are expectations. And every expectation is a vulnerability. Mini pattern interrupt. Question: if you stopped needing respect from others, how much of your anger would disappear instantly? Almost all of it, because anger is not strength. It's dependency. It means, I need you to behave a certain way so I can feel stable. And the moment someone breaks that expectation, you collapse. That is not power. That is fragility. True power begins when you remove the need. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. You don't even need to be understood. And once that happens, something shocking occurs. Nothing touches you because there is nothing to attack. Think about it like this: an insult only works if it connects to something you're protecting. Call a weak man weak, he explodes. Call a strong man weak, he observes. Why? Because one is defending an image. The other knows who he is. And when you know who you are, you don't argue. You don't prove. You don't react. You move. This is what makes certain individuals feel untouchable. They are not emotionless. They are independent. Their internal state is not controlled by external noise. Now let's go deeper. Most people build their identity from outside sources: what people say about them, how they are treated, what society rewards. So their sense of self is unstable. It changes with every interaction. That's why they are always reacting, always adjusting, always defending. But a high-level individual does the opposite. He builds his identity internally, from standards, from discipline, from self-awareness. So when someone speaks, it doesn't change anything, because their words do not define reality. Now here's the final shift. Stop trying to control people. That's a losing game. People will always talk, always judge, always test. Instead, control access. Who gets your attention? Who gets your energy? Who gets your reaction? Because attention is power, and where you place it determines your life. When you stop reacting, you start selecting, and that's when everything changes. People can feel it. They sense you're not available, not emotionally, not psychologically, and what's not available becomes respected. Now understand this: being unbothered is not passive. It's dominance, because you are choosing your state regardless of circumstances. You are no longer reacting to life. You are directing it. And once you reach this level, you see the world differently. You see how easily people are triggered, how predictable they are, how controlled they are. And you realize you used to be the same, but not anymore. Now there is silence where there used to be reaction, clarity where there used to be emotion, control where there used to be chaos. And that is real power, not dominance over others, but dominance over yourself. So the next time someone disrespects you, pause, feel the urge to react. Watch it, don't act on it, and ask yourself, is this worth my control? Because every reaction costs you something. And once you see that clearly, you stop spending. You become selective, precise, untouchable. Now the choice is yours. You can go back to reacting, to proving, to being controlled, or you can step into this. Silence, control, precision. Most people won't, because it requires killing something inside them, the ego. But if you do, you don't just stop getting angry. You become someone who cannot be moved. Execute. If this hit you, don't lie to yourself. Because most people will watch this, feel powerful for a few minutes, and then go right back to reacting, arguing, proving, losing. That's why they stay exactly where they are: controlled, predictable, replaceable. But you've seen something. Now, you've seen how cheap reactions are, how easy it is to control a man who cannot control himself. So here's the real question: are you going to use this or forget it? Because understanding this changes nothing. Execution changes everything. From this moment forward, you don't react instantly. You don't defend unnecessarily. You don't give your energy to people who haven't earned it. You observe. You stay still. You choose your response. That's how power starts. So do something most people won't do right now. Commit. Not to me. To yourself. In the comments, write one thing. What is the exact trigger that controls you the most? Anger, disrespect, being ignored? Ego, expose it. Because the moment you can name it, you can control it. And if you're serious about this, subscribe. Not for entertainment, for transformation. Because everything here is designed for one thing only: to make you dangerous in a world that benefits from you being weak. Most people will ignore this. That's why they'll stay average. You won't. Execute.